Hi, hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Kamal Kumar. I graduated in May 2024 with a BA program, with a Bachelor of Arts with a BA program from Satyavati College, Delhi University. In my final year, I got interested in UI UX designing. I did a month of deep research and joined an online bootcamp. And I did a month of deep research and joined an online bootcamp. Since then, I'm building my skills through hands-on project and learning user-centered design. Now I'm looking for opportunities to apply my skills, grow as a designer, and to work on real-world problems. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kamal Kumar. I graduated in May 2024 in BA. Hi, I'm Kamal Kumar. I graduated in May 2000. I graduated last year, May 2024, in BA program from Satyavati College, Delhi University. During my time in college, I discovered UI UX design and was immediately drawn. I discovered UI UX design and I was immediately drawn to it. And I spent about a month researching the field, understanding like what designers do, what problems they solve, and how they think, and curiosity quickly turn into and how they think, and that curiosity quickly turned into passion. I then enrolled in an online UX bootcamp during my final semester to start building real skills. Since then, I've been learning hands-on. Since I've been learning hands-on, working on personal projects, studying design systems, and practicing user-centered design. Now I'm actively looking for opportunities where I can. Now I'm now Now I am actively looking for the opportunities where I can grow as a designer, contribute to real-world projects, and keep building my skills by solving meaningful problems. Hi, I'm Kamal Kumar. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kamal Kumar. I graduated last year on May 2024 in with BA program from Satyavati College, Delhi University. During my time in college, I discovered UI UX design and I was immediately drawn to it. I still remember that I spent an entire month to researching the field, understanding what designer do, what problems do they solve, and how they think, and that curiosity quickly turned into passion. And that curiosity quickly turned into passion. And then I enrolled in a UI design bootcamp during my final semester to start building real skill. Since then, I've been learning hands-on, working on personal projects, studying design system, and practicing user-centered design. And now I'm actively looking for new opportunities where I can grow as a designer, contribute to real-world product, and keep building my skills by solving meaningful problems. So here is the my info. And today, one thing I have realized very well that the competition is really tough. My competitors are graduated from BDES, MDES, Bachelor of Designing, Bachelor of Master of Designing, NID National Institute of Designing, NIFT National Institute of Fashion and Technology. Like they have experience of 4 years, and I don't have even a design degree. I'm just getting a certificate. So like I have to work really hard to accomplish all of the stuff. I have to be better. I have to be very good at it if I want to get paid. And I know that I'm wasting still a lot of time, but I'm trying my best. But what can I do? I know it very well that I have to improve it and make it better. So let's begin today. So we will start with heuristic laws, and after that we will go for US laws. So basically, what heuristic laws are? Heuristic laws are general. Uh, basically, heuristic laws are general principles that helps to create accessible, intuitive, and easy to understand digital screen. For example, we can and like to remember like 10 of the heuristic laws. I follow a rule. I follow a sentence. You have charm, where you refers for user control and freedom. It means user must have freedom to support, undo, and redo. Wherever the user is on the digital screen, they have option to support, undo, redo. They should be able to go back from wherever they are. And you from and another heuristic logic help user to recognize, diagnose, and recover from the problem. Like if something goes wrong while using a digital screen, so a user must know where is the problem and how to diagnose from it. For example, if there is no internet connection, the best example that we can take from Chrome and YouTube itself. For example, if there is no internet connection, Chrome shows that you have no internet connection, and like it also gives option to play that dinosaur game. And YouTube also suggests to watch downloaded videos, and you should download video next time when you will be online. Another heuristic clause is aesthetic and minimalistic design. Design should be more aesthetic, clean design, like simple background, easy navigation, more simple background, easy navigation, more white spaces, no extra detail, no irrelevant content. Only one emphasis on the screens. Another law is visibility of system status. Whatever is happening on the screen, user must be aware of it. For example, like getting process buffering on the screen. For example, if a user clicked on a button, so there should be a skeleton loading or a buffering on the screen, so a user know that a screen is loading. User should not be confused like what is happening on the screen. For example, adding breadcrumbs on websites to know the user where they are coming, to get them lead. And another heuristic loss is error prevention, like preventing error from showing what is required, showing types of keywords to have you. So like for example, if suppose a user is entering the password, we can show the types of keyword that they can use, so the user won't be confused. And like Gmail gives option to add attachment after you writing that I'm attaching. They gives like automatic option to add attachment. Another heuristic clause is consistency and standards. Users should not be wonder what these icons are. They should use known and common terminologies. And H refers for help and documentation. Always gives option to reach the support or giving feedback, because no matter how well you are, there is still something that could be wrong. For example, when I have downloaded the Notion app, they give a tutorial of how to use the Notion app, and there are still a lot of app that give option to tutorial to help to get help and support. So no matter how better your app is, you should always give option to help and documentation to and like to give feedback. And another heuristic clause is accelerators and flexibility of and efficiency of use. For example, making a skin more flexible to use and giving accelerators. For example, we can add filters, we can add shortcuts. Another heuristic clause is recognition rather than recall. Users should be given option to choose from instead of having to think up possible action themselves. Minimize the user's memory load by making objects action and option visible. For example, we can show recent search history, we can show recent search history, giving upfront options, basically giving upfront option wherever it's possible, so we can reduce the cognitive load of a user as much as we can. And the last but not least, heuristic clauses match between system and real world. Design system based on familiar ideas, concept, and language. We should design system with familiar ideas, concept, and language. For example, using trace trace icon from. For example, we get using trace icon to delete something. Using cart icon to add something in cart. Keeping the red background of a keeping red background of a movie booking app, movie ticket booking app. Match between system and real world. So this was the heuristic laws. Now we will begin with UX laws. UX laws are basically psychological principles that is used to UX laws are basically psychological principles. Yeah, okay. UX laws are basically psychological principles that helps to create digital screen intuitive and easy to use. Um, Some of the most used heuristic laws are Jacob's law. Jacob's law refer for most of the time user spend their most of the time on other apps. So user want your site to also work like others. So user won't get confused. It will be easy for the user. And another UX law is Hicks law. Hicks law refers for the time number. Heath law refers for time it takes to make a decision increase with the complexity of choices. For example, more choices, basically more choices means more to process. More choices means more to process and more decision to make. If we use less, if we give a less choice, the less time it will take. Another heuristic law is Fitts law. The primary button should be easy to reach and highlighted to. The primary button should be easy to reach and highlighted to. Large and close elements are easier to reach. Bull gradient effect. The tendency to complete a goal increases with proximity to the goal. By showing up progress, we can keep them in. The tendency to complete a goal increases with the proximity to the goal. User have habit to user have user have habit to remember the first and item in the series. Important item in bulleted list should be on top and bottom. Least important item in middle. Law of proximity. Elements that are visually connected. Law of proximity. Goal gradient effects. Laws of proximity. Elements that are visually connected perceived more related than the elements with no connection. Miller's law. The average person can only keep 7 plus or minus 2 in their working memory. Organize content into smaller chunks to make it process, understand, memorize easily. Law of common reason. If there is group within a border, we see them as a related in a meaningful way. It is not just putting content in simple borders. You can use color to stack elements together and making it related to one sort of it. When similar objects are present that different from the rest is likely to be remembered first. Post a law. Be liberal in what you accept and conservative in what you send. Be open-minded when receiving information. Accept different ideas, opinions, and data without rejecting them quickly. Be careful and precise when sharing information. Make sure what you say is clear, accurate, and useful. Keep it concise and conservation while sending the data to the designing from field to accept the way people writing things like dates, times, and phone. Example, allow people to use dots, spaces, or slash to the format of the day, month, and year in their date of birth. Occam's razor law. If two ideas explain something equally, choose the one who needs fewer guesses on or extra explanation. Occam's razor law. The simplest design is likely to be the best approach. Occam's razor law states that the simplest design is likely to be best approach. Uh, Tesla's law. For any system, there is a certain amount of complexity that can't be reduced. For any system there is a certain amount of complexity that can't be reduced. So we have to hide as much as complexity from the user as much as we can. Yeah.